What if anyone can be an artist? What if it only takes 3 simple steps? Look here, these abstract artworks are all made in the same way, yet all look different, interesting, magical or intriguing. Do you want to know the secret? Hi there, my name is Albert van Zwart. Welcome to Imperfect Paintings, inspiring you to embrace the magic of making art. Look, I spoiled my coffee at my day job in a beautiful way. By accident, otherwise I would have filmed it. Still, I use it as an inspiration for a quick painting. Seeing beauty is debatable and personal, but, in my opinion, also trainable as an art skill. A simple investment of 50 cents for the paper, 50 cents for the paint and 50 seconds of my time. The return on my investment is a lot of fun and a painting. When dry, I can frame the painting and put it on my wall, or I can see it as a stepping stone on my artistic process. This painting is only a means to an end. I take a homemade passepartout and I notice that the painting and my thoughts about it seem to fade away when I focus on just a 5 by 5 cm part of it, visible in the opening. By moving along the border of the painted area, I can look for a spot that speaks to me. It's just fun and it helps me to look beyond the quality of the painting at hand. Here, look at this. Interesting. I just love the dark dot in the lighter area. Now it's a matter of fine-tuning for the best spot. A bit to the right or to the left, up or down. Nice. I will use this detail as my inspiration for a new painting. A new 40 by 40 cm sheet and a layer of white paint on it. It's not necessary, but it creates a smoother surface to paint on. Like a layer of gesso on a canvas. Over to the colored areas. I speed it up a bit because there's more to show and more to talk about. A first layer for all areas and later on a second one. There's no goal to reach, it doesn't have to be a perfect enlargement. It's all about the fun of painting and the joy to express. It can be as simple as this. Make a mess. Open up to the beauty of it, make a painting, choose detail and turn it into an intriguing looking painting. Mab, quite new to painting, was at first skeptical about making a good initial smear. She took a palette knife in either hand and swished them both down the paper at once. It was very satisfying, she mentioned. Link up here for the video invite for this painting challenge. Thanks if you participated. She found this detail and also 5 other nice spots and made this painting of the detail. She loves how it looks like birds in a tree, so she calls it Roost. A few days later she sent me this second detail and painting. As you can see, she used different colors for her painting. Just as she did in the third one, she added an extra color. There are no rules, only choices to make. When making a painting of a detail, I can highlight whatever appeals to me. Like Mab changed the colors, I can also choose a different path. Like I now focus on the contour lines of the areas. For the first one, I use a brush with flexible longer filaments or bristles and liquid watercolor. I can also choose to alter the version by using a more controllable 10 mm sturdy brush. But the brush is not required. The very fluid liquid watercolor is hard to control with a palette knife, what can give an interesting effect. In fact, I can use any of my art skills or materials at hand, any color, any type or size of surface. I especially love this freedom of choice. Otmar began by making a wad of his paper and undoing it, like I do now, creating a wrinkled paper surface. Liking how it looked, he painted another sheet black and when dry, he wrinkled it in the same way. He then took an ink roller and applied white paint to the surface. The lower parts remained black. After selecting a nice looking spot using a passepartout, he made a painting of it. He sent me also this one, created some time ago on a similar surface. When finished, he applied the rest of the black paint using the ink roller on a new sheet. He added some vertical lines using a brush, turned into a field of poppies. When dry, he took his Passepartout again, found the spot and made a painting of it. When making an abstract painting, I often turn the painting around to see if it appeals to me more. For instance, when hanging it upside down. When I noticed this sometimes happens, I now routinely walk around my table to see how my painting looks from different angles. Suzanne used wool threads that she put into the paint before rolling them on the paper. She really struggled to find the part she liked. After making a big version of this spot, she still wasn't happy with the result, but after framing it, as I often show, it did bring a smile to her face, also because she realized enjoying the process and all the new ideas it brought her. When the birds in our garden are creative, I often take a picture. The way they paint involves chance and gravity, things that together can work miracles. So I take some gesso, mix it with diluted acrylics medium and tape 3 black printer paper sized pieces to the table. From a meter above the table, I drop my doings on the paper and beyond. I often think through options I have for the next step. So at the first sheet I move the second sheet up and down over the paper. For the second one I move the sheet in a circle over it. And for the third one I put the paper down and only rub once in one way. Perhaps the results will be different. Here it is, showing all 6 sheets. It's not what I expected and I like the original drops better. Actually, it makes sense, since the birds don't use toilet paper either. Emmanuel delved into making splashes. He filled 20 sheets with them, filling his kitchen floor. Eventually, he chose this one and found the detail he liked, and turned it into a multi-layered painting. He also noticed seeing faces in the splash when observing closer. Franca is familiar with the process. She gets involved with composition, orientation and recognition of familiar shape within the abstract piece. To her it's all about seeing and making choices. The process of selecting through a viewfinder is always fun, and she finds herself encountering unexpected beauty, harmony and even humor. This week I noticed these markings around the bed spot of 1 by 1 meter in the asphalt, to be repaired later on. It looks like a giant looked around in my neighborhood for a spot for his next painting. In case you like to see more splash techniques, just click on the link and I will see you over there in the next video. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.